Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone there. So my name is Disha Trivia Cahyani and I'm from the third semester of the University of Muhammadiyah, Gresik. So today in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the language learning approach, which is called as communicative language teaching, or it is usually shortened as CLNT or CLT. So we are going to talk it more about this approach, but before we are going further to talk about this, I'm going to give you some understanding or some what is that meaning about what is CLT. So CLT is communicative language teaching, is one of the language teaching approach that emphasize the interaction and the communication between the teachers and the learners as the means of or the end goal of the learning process. So it is emphasize the interaction, the communication. Cannell and Swan identify the four dimensions of communicative language teaching, or CLT. The first is grammatical competence, the second is social-linguistic competence, the third is discourse competence, and the fourth is strategic competence. So in this video, we are going to try to make a video about grammatical competence. So I'm going to explain materials about grammar. So let's go. Hi everyone. So what we are going to learn today is about comparison degree. So before that, what is comparison degree? So here you can imagine what is comparison degree is. So the first is I have two pens, and this one is as big as this one. So this pen is as big as this pen. Another example is I have a pencil, and this pencil is big, but I also have a pen, and my pen is bigger than my pencil. Another example is I have three of these: a pencil, a pen, and also a marker. From all of this, my marker is the biggest. My marker is the biggest stationery I have from these three. So from here, can you imagine what is comparison degree is? So comparison degree in Indonesia is called as perbandingan. So here we go from the comparison degree. Comparison degree has three kinds of comparison degree based on the degree. The first is a positive degree. So what is positive degree? Positive degree is perbandingan yang sama. So you compare two things that has the same size, they have the same weight, or etc. What you are going to compare has the same between two of them. For example, and before we are going to the example, we have this, the pattern. So the pattern is blah 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 as blah 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 as. So for example, my book is as thick as yours. Okay, so I have a book and you also have a book. My book and your book has the same size, has the same thick. That's we call as a positive degree. The next is Sissy is as tall as her brother. So Sissy has a brother, and she and her brother has the same tall. Sissy is as tall as her brother. So this is we called as a positive degree. So the next is comparative degree. So what is comparative degree? Comparative degree is you compare two things with a different size, different weight, or a different what you're going to compare between two of them. Yeah. So for comparative degree, there are two patterns. So the first pattern is here, blah blah blah, ER, then what? So here you should add ER in the end of the word. But this pattern or adding of ER is just for words that has one syllable. So you just add ER when the word that you are going to compare has just one syllable. For example, big become bigger. For example, again, small become smaller. Small, it's just one syllable, right? So you just should add the ER in the end of the word. So the second pattern is more blah 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 than blah blah blah. This is for words that has more than one syllables. So the word has two syllables or more, so you may not add ER in the end of the word, but you should add more before the word. For example, is beautiful. Beautiful has how many syllables? Beautiful. It has three syllables. So you may not add ER become beautifuler. No, that's wrong. So the correct one is you add more. For example, more beautiful. Okay, so this is the difference. ER for the adding ER in the end of the word if the word has one syllable, and adding more in front of the word or before the word when the word has more than one syllable, two syllables or more. For example, my pencil is longer than yours. So me and you have a pencil, and our pencil has a different long. My pencil is longer than yours. Longer from the word long. Long is just one syllable, so you just need to add ER in the end of the word, become longer. The next example is she is more beautiful than Sarah. It's just like what I've said before. More beautiful, because beautiful has more than one syllable. It has three syllables, so you should add more before the word to become more beautiful than. Okay, so we are going to the last degree. So the last degree is superlative degree or perbandingan paling. So here you not just compare two things, but you compare things with the whole things in that area. For example, you compare what can I say? Maybe you compare a girl, the beautify of a girl with all the whole girl in the class, for example. Now, so superlative degrees compare more than two things and how it works. So superlative degree has two patterns also. So for example, the first patterns is you should add est in the last word or in the end of the word. You add est for the word that has one syllable. For example, long become longest, the longest. The second is the most, blah blah blah. So here, the most is added in front of the word if the word has more than one syllable, two syllables or more. So you may not add est in the end of the word, but you should add the most in front of the word. Okay. For example, beautiful or handsome. It has more than one syllable, so you may not add est in the last of the word. For example, handsome. So you may not say it the handsomest. No, it's wrong. So the correct one is the most handsome. Okay? We're going to go to the example. So the first is he is the most handsome boy in the class. So here you compare a boy with the whole boy in the class. And he is the most handsome. He is the most handsome boy in the class. The second example is it is the biggest stone in the world. So you compare a stone with the whole stone in the world. Okay? And the stone you mean is the biggest stone in the world. It is a biggest between all of the stone. So it is the biggest stone in the world. This example, you should remember biggest is come from the word big, and big is just only have one syllables. Okay, so it is become biggest. We add est in the last of the word, not more, not most big, but biggest. Okay. That's all about the comparison degree. Remember, there are three kinds of comparison degree: positive degree, comparative degree, and also superlative degree. So, after looking this video, don't forget to do the exercise. So, I'm going to give an exercises in the end of this section, but via Google Form. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all our lesson today. See you!